Hey, here are 5 stupid things I've noticed since last time. George Zimmerman's painting sells for big bucks. George Zimmerman got an early Christmas present when an original painting of his he had listed on eBay sold for over $100,000. The name of the buyer hasn't been made public, which is probably for the best. I mean, shit, if I spent $100,000 on a painting by the guy most famous for fatally shooting an unarmed teenager, I wouldn't want anyone to know about it either. On the eBay listing for the painting, Zimmerman wrote that painting allows him a creative outlet so he can express himself and explore his emotions while remaining indoors. Ha 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 ha. Very amusing, George, because we all know what might happen if you go outdoors. You might use one of your many guns to kill unarmed people under the full protection of the laws of your deeply fucked state. Men's rights activists file hundreds of false rape reports at Occidental College. Visitors to Reddit's Men's Rights subreddit inundated Occidental College with over 400 false reports of rape to protest Occidental's system that allows students to anonymously report sexual assaults. It seems that some of the men's rights types saw the anonymous reporting system as a way for feminists to accuse innocent men of rape, and they filed the false reports to prove a point. And prove a point they did, although, as usual with the men's rights movement, it wasn't the point they were trying to prove. See, the anonymous reporting system has been in place at Occidental since last year, and according to a spokesman for the college who spoke to the LA Times, false reports have never really been a problem. Until the system was flooded with phony reports from dipshit MRAs, that is. So, congratulations, fellas. Point proven. You're a pack of pathetic, reactionary, victim-playing assholes, and your movement is a joke and a detriment to the very men it was supposedly created to help. My only question is, how long do you intend to go on proving this same point? Abusive boyfriend sentenced to sentences. You might remember Montana Judge G. Todd Ball from a few months ago when he made national news for sentencing a man who had raped a 14-year-old girl to 30 days in jail. Well, old Judge Ball is at it again, by God. Last week he sentenced a man who had been convicted of misdemeanor assault for punching his girlfriend in the face to 6 months in jail, which was the maximum penalty for that crime, and also to write the phrase, "Boys do not hit girls," 5,000 times. Now, I wasn't there, but I can only assume that Judge Ball then ended the sentencing hearing with a stern, "Conservatives defend ignorant bigot who said something ignorant and bigoted." Could probably use that headline every time I did one of these if I wanted to. The ignorant bigot in question this time is, of course, Phil Robertson, star of A&E's dismayingly popular reality series Duck Dynasty, who was briefly suspended from the show after GQ published an interview where Phil expressed the sorts of opinions about homosexuality and black civil rights that most of us already assumed that he held anyway. Conservatives in the media immediately leapt to Phil's defense, declaring that they supported his right to freedom of speech. Less defended by Robertson's champions was the equally valid right of A&E to remove him from their network in order to avoid alienating their viewers and, more importantly, their sponsors. Even before the suspension was lifted on Friday, Robertson's freedom of speech was never endangered. It was his employer who suspended him, not the government, though this point seems mostly lost on the Sarah Palins of the world. Which is completely fine with me, actually. Please, Sarah, continue your tantrum. Tell me more about how threatened you feel by the suspension of a wealthy reality TV star for saying something ignorant and stupid. I would love to hear all about it. Megachurch pastor delivers inclusive, tolerant holiday message. Christmas is over and 2013 is about to give way to 2014, but it just wouldn't feel like the holidays without John Hagee, pastor of Cornerstone Church and animate Jumbo Marshmallow, telling atheists to get out of the country.
To all humanists and atheists listening to this telecast, if you pass a manger scene and someone is singing Joy to the World, you can take your Walkman and stuff it into your ears, or you can call your lawyer, Or you can just exercise your right to leave the country. Planes are leaving every hour on the hour. Get on one.
His congregation eats that shit up, as you can tell. But you know, in my experience, saying Merry Christmas to an atheist is an excellent way of having that greeting warmly returned to you. Saying Happy Holidays to a Christian of John Hagee's stripe, on the other hand, well, you'll still get told Merry Christmas in return. It'll just have some stank on it. The hardest part is only picking 5. Happy New Year, everybody. Catch you next time.